An Upstate veteran says he was turned away from a local restaurant for bringing in his service dog.
His post about it has 40,000 views just 4 days later. We spoke with both the vet and the restaurant to clarify what people need to know when it comes to the law.
All right, sit.
4-year-old Cooper didn't know Tony Sweat during his 3 tours of duty, but that doesn't matter. His job is to bring Sweat back to the present.
You don't have to be blind to have a service dog. And, you know, I mean, I have PTSD, you know, and, you know, it's a real thing and all, you know, and I have Cooper to be there with me.
And yet Sweat says Thursday when he went to Village Tavern in Spartanburg, he was questioned by the owner about his disability and told to leave.
18 years in the military, and I was turned away and told me I was not welcome to come in her establishment with my certified PTSD service dog.
This Facebook post with more than 40,000 views was Sweat's way of educating people on the law. Bill Brightman, the founder of Service Dogs for Veterans, says restaurants are not exempt.
A private facility that's open to the public cannot deny entry to someone that has a disability, period. If they have a walker, a cane, a service animal, they're all considered medical necessities under the law.
And Brightman adds it's legal to ask someone if they have a disability and even what their animal's trained to do, but not what the disability is.
I was mad, I was upset, I was embarrassed.
Village Tavern owner Melody Peterson told us she was worried the crowd could hurt the dog, but she now sees her error.
I'm deeply sorry that I have affected him this way. I'm going to really read up more on it and even know more about it now.
Get him, Bobby.
Sweat, just relieved Cooper did exactly what he was trained to do.
Just totally calmed me down, and you know, and he actually got me to the point to where I could go home, you know, want to educate instead of lashing out. He helped me out, that's for sure.
And that's the whole point of that dog, and what he was trained for is to keep Sweat calm.
Sure.
Despite anxiety. Now, part of the education here is also that store owners, Tom, do have rights to. If a service animal is misbehaving, like barking a lot or threatening other people or even making a mess, then that owner has the right to ask them to leave at that point. So there are rights on both sides.
Yeah, there's a lot of education on this issue all the way around, but we hear a lot too, Diane, about comfort animals.
Yeah.
As well as service animals. What's the difference between those, and what does the law say about each of those?
And there is a big difference. We've heard about people bringing comfort animals on airplanes, and they don't always suffice as far as, you know, establishing that difference. And so what people need to keep in mind is that the owners of stores are allowed to ask comfort animals to leave and not allowed to ask in the most part for service animals to leave. And they can ask those 2 questions that we talked about, which is, do you have a disability, and what is the dog trained to do for that disability? And if the owner says, no, I don't have a disability, it's just here to keep me comfortable, then it's not a service dog. So it's through those questions that you can hopefully find out the answer. You're not required, the person is not required to show the ID of the certification.
Sounds like some education here can straighten this all out.
Absolutely, and we have more on that on WSPA.com.